Good evening, welcome to Sunday Edition. We're broadcasting live from our Montrose studios in Bulawayo. I am a Memory Ngwendlo on sign language. We have a Noble Maungwa. Thank you very much for joining us. Let's look at our top stories for this evening. Experts hail a National Policy Expo as a pedestal for sustainable economic strategies. University of Zimbabwe Automotive Engineering students pioneer solar-powered delivery tricycle. More in our science and tech feature tonight. And in sport, Dynamos held by Chiefs as Agama Edge Herentals in match day 20. Now let's look at the stories in detail. Hundreds of mourners are gathered at President Emmerson Mnangagwa's homestead in Bikita this Sunday, joining the head of state and his family at the burial of Shamiso Mnangagwa, niece to President Emmerson Mnangagwa. President Mnangagwa expressed gratitude to relatives and friends who have consoled them during this period of bereavement.
Niece to President Emmerson Mnangagwa, Shamiso Mnangagwa, died on Friday after a short illness and was buried at the First Family's homestead in Bikita. Mourners came in their numbers as the community and the ZANU-PF leadership from across the country came to be with the First Family. Various speakers consoled the First Family in their time of grief and bereavement. The First Lady, Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa, expressed deep sorrow over Shamiso's passing, stating that the family will forever honor her life, the love she gave, and the values she stood for as part of their family. Dr. Mnangagwa also implored mothers to be role models, saying, while a mother shapes a child's character and values from the start, every child born belongs to and is raised by the entire community.
Imiwe makereke muri pano maita henyu tose tiri mukereke asi kana tadai tavinga chinhu chokuti Mwari we taungana vana venyu. Kuungana kwataita nhasi kuungana kusina kuzofanana namazuva ose. Mauya pamusha pekwa Mnangagwa timuzobata nesu mucheme nesu. Madzimai muriko erasikana noziva chakusumudzai mose kubereka vasikana. Pangochemwa pese unoona pana amai. Maita henyu vasikana nokutiperekedza. Hamuna kutiperekedza nhasi chete. Taungana pano kakati wande. Imi muchingouya. Dai Mwari waro vagara vakaisa mwoyo wakanaka mamuri. Chive chienzaniso kune vamwe vose vamwe vedu. Mwananga neunyoro uyo. Ndiri kure ndikangofunga chandafunga kuno ndikashaya sekuru vake ndofona pana Shami. Shami pamba pakamira sei? Ko zvakadini ndiri kusvikako muri kwere? Mwananga neunyoro dai waro tazova tikagona kungoti chipo chinopiwa munhu. Vana vedu ngavave vana vakatyoka, vana vane huru. Kuitira isu vana mai vabereke tinongedzwe namazita akanaka achibuda kubva kuvana.
Head of State and Government, President Mnangagwa, reflected on Shamiso's life, describing her as a flower that has been plucked from amongst them at a tender age. He said she was a kind-hearted soul and hard worker.
Musikana uyu atiunganidza nhasi. She has been taken so young and so promising. Achiri mwana mudiki. Richiri ruva mukati menyika. Mumhuri. Tichifungira kuti achaita upenyu hwake kuenda mberi. She was a very talented young lady. Anga akanyorova muzukuru uyu. Anga ane rukudzo. Uyu anga asina nungo. muzukuru. She had good education. Ndakamuendesa kuchikoro. Ndikuyeuka vamuzenda vachitivo kana pamusha pachiuya mwenzi. Mai vachida kunotanha maruva pamba kuti vaise mumba, vanotanha akanaka, ndo anotanhiwa akanaka oswa vhasi remhenu nemvura rogadzikwa mumba akanaka. Anenge asina kufadza mai vanotanha vachirasha. Isu vapei tozikamwa patinovata, asi hapana anoziva panorara mweya womufi, asi musiki wawo. Saka tinoti isu, imwi Jehovha muri kumusoro kudenga, ndimakatipa ndimatora, makatipa nenguva yamaida, matora zvonenguva yamunoda. Pamamwisa ndimwe munoziva asi hatingazivi. Tingangova neshuviro sevanhu venyama kuti aiwa toshuvira mwanasikana wedu uyu kuti ave norugare kwamuri Jehovha amusoro kudenga.
President Mnangagwa also thanked all who came to be with the family during this difficult time.
Ndinokutendai hama dzangu mose nokuuya kwamaita kuzotikuta isu mhuri yekwaMnangagwa. Kuuya kwamaita uku kunoterusa kuchema kwedu, kunotisimbisa semhuri kuti inga tine hama, inga tine shamwari.
Among the top leadership who joined the first family were police bureau members who included Comrade Opamuchinguri Kashiri, Comrade Lovemo Matuke, Ambassador Christopher Muchangwa, Mashungo's Minister of State for Provincial Affairs, Comrade Ezra Chadzamira, also attended. Josephine Mugio, CBC News, Beketa.
The ruling ZANU-PF party continues to spearhead the women economic projects across the country, with the latest batch of over 300 smallholder farmers benefiting under the presidential poultry project in Mwenezi East, Masvingo province.
Government's vision on women empowerment is being cemented through economic projects such as the Presidential Poultry Project that has boosted incomes for many smallholder farmers across the country. The ruling ZANU-PF party has committed to this vision as it leads various economic empowerment projects that have opened opportunities for underserved communities. Mwenezi East is the latest beneficiary under the Presidential Poultry Project, benefiting 40,000 day-old chicks to over 300 women this Saturday.
Chirongwa chatapuwa chichava chinotipundudza kusvika upenyu hwedu hwose namhuri dzedu dzichiva dzinopinduka kumamisha. Zvichatibatsira chaizvo kuti tiwane kusumukira mukati nemagariro edu.
Zvino tasimukira nokuda kwokuti nyange tawana mari yekuti tinotengesa huku idzodzo, tinowana mari yekuti tinowana mari school fees.
Mwenezi East legislator Honorable Sheila Chikomo implored the beneficiaries to seriously focus on these ventures.
Tinoda kuva vatungamiriri vane zvinobatika. Sezvamunongonzwa baba vedu vapresident vanoti hakuna nzvimbo ichasara kumashure. Toda kuzviona kuti aiwa zvazadzikiswa nekuda kwehurumende yavakagadza. Hanzi nyama yakanaka inozvitengesa yona. Handitika. Saka ndinoda ngokutendai nokutsigira hurumende kwamunoita.
Women empowerment is one of the priorities for government under the Second Republic as it advances gender equality and equity. Fungai Jachi, ZBC News, Mwenezi.
Members of Parliament have been encouraged to align budget oversight with the National Development Strategy 2, NDS2, as well as embrace artificial intelligence to improve accountability and service delivery.
Addressing a meeting convened in Bulawayo this Friday, Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Advocate Jacob Mutenda, urged the members of Parliament to strengthen budget oversight by ensuring national expenditure remains guided by the National Development Strategy 2 and delivers meaningful outcomes for citizens. He also highlighted the role of artificial intelligence in improving communication between parliamentarians and the communities they represent, enhancing accountability and service delivery.
The Public Finance Management Act, Chapter 2219, kumele bekhangele i-National Development Strategy 2 eyiyo okumele itshengise ukuthi kuyiwa ngaphi nxa silungisa isikhwama selizwe.
Advocate Mutenda further encouraged parliamentarians to adopt emerging technologies to strengthen communication with citizens and improve representation across constituencies.
Ulwazi olutsha olukhangela phambilini khonale uncedise amalungu eParliament nxa befuna ukuthi bakhulumisane lalabo abamele kuzigaba ezitshiyeneyo. Imfundiso le entsha ilakho ukuthi usebenzisa i-cellphone likhulumisane lalabo abasezigabeni bengafinyeleli ukuyafika endaweni ezitshiyeneyo zezigaba kodwa besebenzisa isifundiso lesesitsha okuthiwa artificial intelligence.
Advocate Mutenda said combining effective financial oversight with technology-driven engagement can strengthen accountability and support the achievement of national development priorities.
The Nhanga Gota program, initiated by First Lady Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa, continues to play a pivotal role in restoring traditional cultural values, with a Nhanga Gota hub being launched in Muzarabani district.
Unaona baba ne baba shagana ne mwana scan iye mwana atikurei saka pachikorokore izvo zvavaiavoida vaiti no going area dzimba idzi varume vakakodzivaka dzakapera havaizodzipinda zvakare.
A restoration of good cultural values and high moral fiber came under spotlight as hundreds of people converged at Kaunga Primary School in Muzarabani to witness the launch of the Nhanga Gota hub for the district. Chief Wata described the Nhanga Gota hub establishment as an extension of the First Lady Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa's initiative to restore good morals among the youth.
Especially in nzvimbo ino yeMuzarabani mudunhu machifu Wata iri vakorekore. Saka ndinotenda First Lady Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa ndivo vakamutsiridza Nhanga Gota kana kuti chivanhu chedu nekuti vaita sekuyeuchidza madzimambo chikachinyakare nekuti ndokwairayirwa vana nevakomana nevasikana through Nhanga Gota. Sebe zvamuri kuona zviri panzvimbo ino kuti inzvimbo yekuti madzimai emadzimambo nemadzisekuru vachirayira vana.
Spouses of traditional leaders highlighted the Nhanga Gota program is key in fighting vices such as teenage pregnancy and child marriage.
Chirongwa ichi takachitangirwa namai vedu Mnangagwa. Saka tiri kutsigirana vakatituma vakati madzimai emadzimambo fambai nendimai muchinodzidzisa zvichidzika nyika yese itese izive. Ndakasundwa nekutaura kwaamai pavakatidaidza kubaradzano vachidzidzisa kuti imi mana mai madzimambo ana mbuya ende munokurudzira vana zvandakudzidzisai pano munodzidzisawo vana tidzorere tsika yedu yechinyakare.
Tinodzidzisa vana chinyakare chedu, tsika dzedu, unhu nemagariro atinofanira kunge tichiita.
Provincial Intangible Cultural Heritage Chairperson Alderman Catherine Mahachi said the hub will provide a platform for engaging programs. Sentiments echoed by junior parliamentarians.
Tikutarisira kuti hub ishi icharamba iripo nekusingaperi ichishanda. Vana vedu vachauya vachidzidzira pano vachidzidziswa zveguta Nhanga.
As we'll be learning and exploring all the things, will be reducing the issues to do with drug abuse, the issues to do with child marriages, because the future lies in our hands.
Pachirongwa ichi tadzara zvakawanda. Nodisa ma drug and substance abuse, ma child marriages, mirizhonga mudzimba.
The launch, which had a huge turnout of traditional leaders, their spouses and the community, provided a platform for the elders to impart knowledge to the youth on what used to happen in the Nhanga and the Gota, with the indigenous knowledge targeting to shape good behavior. Tapiwa Machemeze, ZBC News, Muzarabani.
The inaugural National Policy Expo recently held in Harare has been described as a critical pedestal that offered experts a platform to engage in constructive discussion targeting policies that drive sustainable economic growth.
The event hosted by the Policy Hub brought together public sector players, corporate executives, captains of industry and academics, creating a platform whose aim was to discuss how public policies create good standards of institutional governance.
The national development question cannot be answered from one sector alone. It requires joined-up thinking, disciplined coordination, and a shared commitment to practical policy implementation. Constitutional architecture, governance, fiscal stability, and investment. These are not isolated themes. They are interconnected pillars of national resilience, economic security, and inclusive development.
Political scientist Mr. Richard Mahomva said all sectors must be strategically positioned to fill in knowledge gaps for the attainment of Vision 2030.
We should be able to unpack issues of sustainability. We now need to start thinking of how governance is going to look like. And we now need to start filling the gaps, the knowledge gap.
Institute of African Knowledge Chief Executive Officer, Ambassador Kwame Mzawazi, said African governments must take ownership of their national brands and identity as they are a critical gateway of investment.
The memory, heritage, culture of a people, which forms national brand and national identity, is at the very center and foundation of national development. Unfortunately for Zimbabwe and for Africa, the story is surrounded by myths. There is a very tight and strong correlation between economies that are performing and the national image of the economy.
Now, the inaugural Expo was held under the theme Guaranteeing Private and Public Sector Governance Excellence, Attainment and Readiness in the Aftermath of the Constitutional Amendment No. 3 Bill. Panashana Goli, ZBC News, Harare.
Sunday edition takes a short break. Please stay with us.
Across Africa, a new era has begun, shifting our focus to a new horizon, connecting us with one purpose: to create and share opportunities to grow. Today, we are making a brighter tomorrow, built by our dreams and our energy. Across our continent, across the world, we are creating a better way to a better future. A Pan-African future. Together. EcoBank. A better way, a better Africa.
The Zimbabwe African National Union Patriotic Front, ZANU-PF, has learnt with profound sorrow and deep sadness of the untimely passing of Shamiso Mnangagwa, beloved niece of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe and First Secretary of ZANU-PF, Comrade Dr. Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. On behalf of the entire party leadership, membership and structures across the country, ZANU-PF extends its deepest and most heartfelt condolences to His Excellency, the First Family and the entire Mnangagwa family during this period of immense grief and bereavement. The loss of a loved one is an indescribably painful experience. In this difficult hour, the party stands in unwavering solidarity with our president and his family, sharing in their sorrow and praying that they draw strength, comfort, and solace from the Almighty God and the outpouring of support from the nation and beyond. As a united party, founded on the enduring values of solidarity, compassion, and family, we join the president and the bereaved family in mourning the loss of a cherished daughter, niece, and member of our national family. May the soul of Shamiso Mnangagwa rest in eternal peace, and may the Almighty grant His Excellency and the entire bereaved family the fortitude to bear this profound loss.
Beneath our soil lies more than mineral wealth. It is opportunity, innovation, and the foundation of Zimbabwe's industrial future. From resource extraction to value addition, manufacturing, transport, and energy, Zimbabwe is driving growth through mining value chains. And every year, the leaders shaping this future gather under one roof. Welcome to Mine Entra 2026. The premier platform where mining companies, suppliers, investors, innovators, and policymakers connect, collaborate, and unlock new opportunities. Join us from the 29th to the 31st of July 2026 at the Zimbabwe International Conference and Exhibition Smart City in Bulawayo. Exhibit at Mine Entra 2026 to expand your network and grow your business. Register your attendance today. Mine Entra 2026. Unearth, transform, prosper. Anchoring economic transformation through mining value chain.
This is
Welcome back to Sunday Edition. Thank you for staying with us. Government's call for diaspora investment and participation on national development is receiving buy-in after a Canada-based Zimbabwean invested towards the establishment of a health care facility in Harare.
This state-of-the-art medical center highlights how private players are complementing government efforts to expand access, reduce referral distances, and improve maternal and emergency care.
After spending 23 years in Canada, Mrs. Memory Majoni returned home to establish a specialized medical facility in Westgate suburb offering a range of services.
And I decided to come back to my country and start a hospital because I was also in the healthcare field. I thought it's also necessary to do something that I love to do, that I have a passion, and also to have a hospital with a mission, mostly to be able to complement our hospitals that are in Zimbabwe, because we do have our public hospitals that are doing tremendously well, and we thank God for that. But I thought maybe by adding another hospital in the community, it saves people from traveling far. As we build our country,
we also do community outreaches, just to pay back the community. We do HIV counseling and testing again, blood sugar testing. We also do Zumba, free Zumba sessions every month for all pregnant mothers, despite whether they are booked with us or not.
ZANU-PF Youth League National Secretary for Health and Childcare, Comrade Lucky Gaba, commended the investment as an example of private-public collaboration.
Izi ndo zinogara zvichitaurwa nababa vedu vaMnangagwa kuti nyika inovakwa nevene vavo, ende zvabva zvaprova nekuti vari kuvaka this hospital vene vana vemuno muZimbabwe. So by coming and investing ku health sector muno muZimbabwe, it shows kuti we can achieve our vision 2030.
Community members welcomed the initiative.
Tinoti makorokote neko-hospital yavhurwa, taakuvawo nechipatara padhuze. Kana munhu akarwara nenhumbu anokwanisa kubatsirika zvakanaka.
Zvakutiitirawo nyore isusu vagari vemunomu kuti hatichaende kure kure
kunotsvagwa kurapwa. These return-led medical investments are successfully bringing much-needed care and specialized treatments directly to underserved populations across the country. The path to universal healthcare is no longer a single-actor story. It is increasingly becoming a shared mission, one in which modern private facilities complement public systems. Festus Mkunguru says, ZBC News, Harare.
Let's take another short break. I will be back after these messages.
Does your school have what it takes to produce the first RBZ child governor and deputy governors? The school's Monetary Policy Challenge is here. Students, teachers, parents, and communities, get ready to journey from the classroom to the central bank. The Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe invites all secondary and high schools to join an exciting national competition. Learners will step into the shoes of RBZ governor and deputy governors, dealing with economic issues and presenting monetary policy ideas like professionals. With RBZ championing simplified monetary policy engagement and financial inclusion, this is an opportunity not to be missed by all young people. School teams made of a child governor and 2 deputy governors will battle it out from cluster, district, province up to the national finals where the child governor will be crowned. Winners stand a chance to earn scholarships, ICT gadgets, and school development project sponsorship. To participate, schools must register through their Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education district offices or send an expression of interest via email to smpc@rbz.co.zw by 30 June 2026. Schools Monetary Policy Challenge, shaping the next generation of financial sector leaders. Brought to you by Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe.
Welcome back. We go straight to our This and That feature. At just 11 years old, a Zimbabwean bicycle riding sensation has captured the attention of the cycling industry through his exceptional bicycle motocross skills. It's a skill he started at 3 years and mastered with excellence over 8 years.
Leading the 100-kilometer bicycle motocross BMX race is 11-year-old Thomas Fadwick Jr., affectionately known as TJ. Visibly a lot younger than his competitors, TJ has captured the hearts of many owing to his exceptional BMX skills, which have now seen him land a spot in the BMX UCI World Championships to be held in Brisbane in Australia. But ironically, his talent was discovered by mistake.
When he was about 3 years of age, we bought him his first bike. When he was 3 years old, and then he was on support wheels. So basically his bike had 4 wheels. So we struggled for about 6 months to get him off those support wheels. So eventually we just took him to RIBMX, to try and ask for professional help, to get him off that so that he can just ride normally like other kids. But to our surprise, on that day, that's when his talent was discovered.
TJ's mother, Precious Fadwick, is proud of the son's exploits, but says she watches the sport every time with motherly anxiety.
This thing just started as a joke when he was 3 years. That's when he started doing BMX. So now I can't believe that he's gone this far. My fears when he started doing BMX was falling, because they'll be going through obstacles.
For TJ, BMX is more than just a sport. It's his first love, his passion, and what the young man is now living for.
I really love the sport. It's very competitive,
and you always learn stuff every day. It's actually exciting because today I'm doing like 100 Ks, so you know, you have to be mentally prepared and physically prepared. This year I'll be heading out to Australia, Brisbane, for my World Championships.
TJ says his dream is to one day compete at the highest level.
I see myself going to like the Tour de France, all those stuff, the Olympics, the World Championships, and hoping to win for my country.
Now, with just 11 years old, TJ has already caught the attention of professional cyclists who say he has the potential to become a world champion. And judging by his performance, one can say with certainty that TJ is more than just a boy with his bike, but rather a champion soon to be celebrated. Nyanga Gota, ZANU-PF.
Two University of Zimbabwe automotive engineering students have designed a solar-powered electric tricycle, an innovation set to improve transportation and delivery services in rural communities, particularly in the health sector. We get more in our science and technology feature.
Designed to run on rechargeable batteries powered by solar energy, the tricycle offers an affordable and sustainable alternative that can operate efficiently across different terrains. The innovation comes at a time when many communities continue to face transport challenges affecting the timely delivery of essential medicines and healthcare services. The burden is also felt in other sectors, where farmers and the community often lack dependable transport options for moving goods and people. To address these challenges, automotive engineering students from the University of Zimbabwe developed the solar electric tricycle to ensure safe and reliable transportation.
We've designed this solar charged electric tricycle for medicine delivery in rural and peri-urban Zimbabwe. We use the electric motor. So the electric motor is powered by the batteries, and the batteries are charged by the solar panels.
This solar electric tricycle was designed to adapt for all terrains in rough roads where our conventional vehicles cannot pass. The idea is to reduce cost by 70% and allow access by 80% to the villagers. And this project, it aligns with the National Development Strategy 2, and it also aligns with our Education 5.0, from idea to reality. There's no any fuel which is needed, lower maintenance. More than just a vehicle, the solar-powered tricycle reflects how innovation can be harnessed to solve practical problems, improve service delivery, and contribute to sustainable development in communities. Louis Nika, ZBC News, Harare.
In our business outlook, Zimbabwe's business community is optimistic about prospects for the second half of 2026, with expectations of stronger production, improved export performance, and increased investment activity.
Industry executives say recent monetary policy measures and growing foreign currency inflows have improved confidence in the operating environment. Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe RBZ data shows that foreign currency receipts rose by 39% to more than $8 billion in the first 5 months of the year, supporting expectations of increased business activity in the months ahead.
What we've seen is that the Zimbabwe gold has been stable. I think we're also seeing that inflation is by and large under control. So looking ahead, we are cautiously optimistic. And we believe that together as private sector and the government, we will continue to work together in tandem.
We've also seen the bullish behavior of gold in the international market, and that alone should tell you that the capital account, the current account of this government will be quite a strong one. So 2026 has been a stable year, and going to 2026 second half, we continue pushing for an interest rate policy which will see the continuous reduction of the interest rate.
A lot of other things which we do import, we really have a lot of problems along the way, where you from Bay Bridge to say Harare, you have to encounter about more than 10 stops.
We will be assuming chairmanship of COMESA. We are actually looking forward to it in October. We want to reap maximum benefits out of it, and then see that we also benefit from the market around COMESA.
Export-oriented sectors are also expected to contribute to this growth, with businesses citing opportunities in mining, agriculture, manufacturing and value-added products.
We are also looking forward to better performance in the second half of the year after having just concluding the agricultural harvesting season. We're also looking at gains from mining, particularly in the lithium sector, where we are actually looking now into beneficiation of the mineral instead of export of raw material.
Despite the positive outlook, businesses are also mindful of external shocks, including fluctuations in global fuel prices and uncertainty arising from the international geopolitical development. Iland Moyo, ZBC News, Victoria Falls.
In our sports buzz, Zimbabwe dominated Bangladesh with both a bat and ball on the first day of the only test match at Harare Sports Club this Sunday.
A good day for the Chevrons to honor their return to the test arena after dismissing Bangladesh cheaply for 140 runs in the second session, taking 8 wickets, that is in the middle session, after they had collected the first 2 wickets in the first session, with the faster bowlers doing the business for Zimbabwe. When it comes to the batting, Innocent Kahia led with a half a century, while they also knocks out for Ben Curran and Brennan Taylor, who's also still on the crease. The selectors were vindicated by going for 4 seamers.
It's a good cricket wicket. I think there's a lot of grass on there, and I think it's the type of wicket that we were looking for, similar to that Afghanistan test, one-off test that we played last year. So we asked the groundsman for a very similar wicket. So yeah, there's definitely assistance for us seamers, hence the 4-seam attack. Yeah, probably a little bit more bounce than that Afghan test. They left a lot of balls on length, and a few LBW shots were going over the top. But I think as the test moves on, it'll flatten out a little bit and maybe a bit of an invariable bounce going forward.
Bangladesh believe there's too much to offer in this test match, and they're looking for a great second day.
It was a bit challenging because of weather, it's winter, and bowler got extra bounce and extra seam swing as well. Though me and Shanto was almost got a good partnership, and the rest of the guys, I think they didn't execute their plan as well.
Zimbabwe will be looking to post a substantial total that will take the game away from Bangladesh when day 2 resumes this Monday. Lawrence Tusira, ZBC News, Harare.
Dynamo's difficult week took another disappointing turn after the Harare Giants were held to a goalless draw by Bulawayo Chiefs in a Kasalaga Premier Soccer League match day 20 encounter at Rufaro Stadium this Sunday. Dynamos endured another frustrating afternoon at home under the guidance of team manager Ronald Sibanda, who took charge following the suspension of head coach Genesis Mangombe and his assistant. The Glamour Boys, a club that has often found itself at the center of controversy in recent weeks, were washed by the rumored incoming technical director from the stands as he awaited the completion of his work permit. However, it was the action on the pitch that will concern the club's faithful the most. Dynamo's lacked creativity, agency and attacking intent throughout the contest, producing a flat and uninspiring performance that really troubled the disciplined Bulawayo Chiefs' defense. Despite enjoying spells of possession, the Harare Giants struggled to carve out clear-cut chances, while Bulawayo Chiefs remained organized at the back and comfortable and a share of the spoils. The stalemate saw Dynamos slip to 7th place on the log standings with 31 points, further losing ground on the leading pack, while Bulawayo Chiefs remained at 12th with 21 points. Elsewhere, Agama gave their survival hopes a timely boost after edging in form Herentals 1-0 at Wadzanai Stadium. We move on to showbiz. The atmosphere was electric as gospel enthusiasts gathered at Seven Arts Theatre for Janet Manyowa's Worship Moments, a powerful concert centered on uplifting melodies, heartfelt testimony, a strong message of hope through praise.
A standout feature of the night was an inspiring line of gospel worship and praise that resonated throughout the crowd. The concert featured collaborations with some of Zimbabwe's most respected worship and praise ministers. Worship leader Janet Manyoa set the tone with a clear focus on worship as a lifestyle.
I was so uplifted myself, and I think that then rubbed on to the rest of the team. The people came expectant and wanted to worship. Like the name says, it was all about worship moments, and I think we managed to touch the heart of God like we wanted to, and I'm very happy about that. The Bible says two are better than one. So most of the times we do things by ourselves, but there is more power when we collaborate. So I was happy with my collaboration with Matthias Mere and with Joyful Praise, and having them was icing on the cake.
As the lights dimmed and the final chorus echoed, the message of faith, gratitude and praise remained at the center of the experience. Festus Mgunguru says, ZBC News, Harare.
Let's take a look at the weather report.
Hello, welcome. It's time for you with the news. Cold morning conditions prevailed across much parts of the country with moderate ground frost in Gweru. However, the southern eastern parts experienced cloudy conditions. As the day progressed, we had warm and sunny skies prevailing across much parts of the country, except for the Manicaland and Mashonaland East provinces, which remained partly cloudy. Tonight, still expecting some cloudy conditions over the western parts, stretching into the southern parts of the Midlands into Masvingo province. Tomorrow, generally warm over the southern parts of the country, as we're expecting some increase in our maximum daytime temperatures. The rest of the country should be sunny and mild throughout the day. Bulawayo, cold in the morning, becoming warm as the day progresses. And Matopo's sunny skies are expected throughout the forecast period, though should remain cold in the morning and towards the evening. Same applies for Gwanda, with chances of slight ground frost in the morning. Moving forward, we're expecting cold morning conditions in Masvingo under sunny skies throughout the forecast period, though the afternoons should be generally warm. Gweru as well, very cold morning conditions with chances of ground frost in the morning, becoming warm as the day progresses. Mutare, Manicaland area, cold in the morning, becoming warm by the afternoon. Nyanga, cold at first with chances of ground frost. Marondera as well, chances of ground frost cannot be ruled out under sunny skies for much of the day. Sunny skies ahead for Bindura throughout the forecast period. Harare as well, you'd expect cold morning conditions and towards the evenings. Kwekwe as well, cold in the morning with warm afternoon conditions. Sunny skies for Kadoma, though it should be cold at first and towards the evening. Chinoi, sunny skies ahead as expected, though it should remain cold in the morning and towards the evening. Lupane as well, warm afternoon conditions throughout the forecast period, with Victoria Falls sunny skies to prevail throughout the forecast period, though it should remain cool in the morning. Same applies for Kariba, sunny skies are expected throughout the forecast period. That's all weather news. Thank you. Good night.
Do remember we're giving you the live match between South Africa and Canada at 9 p.m. With that, we end our Sunday edition for tonight. From myself, Memory Nkwendlovu, Nobu Maungo on sign language, and the entire ZBC, it's good evening.
Runyararo kubatana nebudiriro view number 3 sutoita chisungo chakavaedza nyika ikagutsikana chisungo nganganga isu tate